Survival mode. All right, so first, I'll explain some stuff, but I got a little story about survival mode and the creation of survival mode. So we are, yes, we have survival mode in the Anacrusis. We call it holdout mode, and it's something that we learned from releasing survival mode and some of the things that people wanting endings. We like Killing Floor 2, which is nothing really but holdout mode, survival mode. And they do some things with unlocks and having to stand in certain areas, and we liked all of those. So we kind of brought that in and incorporated that as well. So yes, the Anacrusis does have a survival mode. It's called holdout mode. It's got a stand-in boss at the end. We will change that. We've got some ideas there. We just haven't had time to return to it yet. We'll probably return to it post 1.0 launch. But it is there as a way to kind of look at it. So now the story of making survival mode. I had been playing different games and really wanted to do that kind of mode in Left 4 Dead. And so as we're doing it, it was just me, Carrie Davis, and then we had an artist, Andrea Vickland, who volunteered some of her time. And so we like a really small team to do it, right? And so right away people get it like, oh, I don't like have to set up every time. No, actually people like that. People like to play house. Like they like to do all of these different things inside of there. And so we wanted to let those kind of happen. But people really didn't like that there wasn't an end. But the problem is we had a month to do this, and we didn't have a good way to do an end. We didn't have a way to make boss creatures or anything else. So we just had to kind of peter out and keep going. Okay. So feedback is I get kind of not dragged the meeting, but some people come up and they're like, hey, you know, that was great how quick you guys did that, but you know, here's the problem with it, blah, 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 blah. Like really beating it up. Really internally, I'm getting a lot of negative feedback on it. And I show the numbers. More people play survival mode in Left 4 Dead than play Versus. That shocked everybody. I'm like, yeah, no, it's the right mode. You guys just don't know the community like I do. This is the right mode. Yeah, there's more we could do here. Yeah, there's a bunch of limitations because of the source engine that we're not going to be able to do, and our version of the source engine that Left 4 Dead was built on, which is not the same as the CSGO version and everything else, right? But this is a success. You have to look at this and say this is a success. And then once I showed everybody the numbers, they're like, oh yeah, all right, we're going to leave you alone. You know what you're doing. You're listening not to us, but to your customers, your players, and that's the right choice, right? So yeah, survival mode continued to be one of my favorites in the Left 4 Dead series. If you've ever played the Left 4 Dead series, the Toys mod maps of survival mode, oh, check them out. They're so much fun. We played them in our Discord. But also check out the Anacrusis. We do have survival mode. It's called Holdout.